Ella Roberta Adu Kissy Deborah was a bright and bubbly 9-year-old girl who loved to dance and play sports. She lived with her family in Lewisham, South London, not far from a busy road called the South Circular. Ella was full of life and had dreams of becoming a pilot when she grew up. She brought joy to everyone who knew her, and her story is one that touched the hearts of many in the UK and beyond. Ella's life, however, took a tragic turn. Living so close to the South Circular Road meant that Ella was exposed to high levels of air pollution, a danger that often goes unseen but can have devastating consequences. This constant exposure would have a profound impact on her health and ultimately lead to her untimely death. When Ella was just 7 years old, she began to experience serious breathing difficulties. Over 3 years, she suffered multiple seizures and was admitted to the hospital over 27 times. Imagine being so young and having to endure such hardship. Doctors struggled to understand what was causing Ella's condition, diagnosing her with severe asthma. Despite the best efforts of medical professionals and the unwavering love and care from her mother, Rosamond, Ella's condition deteriorated. Tragically, on February 15, 2013, Ella suffered a fatal asthma attack. Her death left a gaping hole in the lives of her loved ones and sparked a quest for answers that would uncover a heartbreaking truth. To understand Ella's story, we need to understand the invisible enemy that took her life: air pollution. Simply put, air pollution is the presence of harmful substances in the air we breathe. These substances can be invisible gases or tiny particles, and they can have serious consequences for our health. Air pollution comes from various sources. Think about the exhaust fumes from cars and lorries, the smoke billowing from factories, and even the dust kicked up from construction sites. All these contribute to making the air we breathe dirty and dangerous, especially in busy cities like London. While air pollution affects everyone, children are particularly vulnerable to its harmful effects. Their lungs are still developing and, they breathe at a faster rate than adults, meaning they take in more air and more pollution relative to their body size. It's kind of like a sponge soaking up water, except in this case, the sponge is a child's lungs and the water is harmful pollutants. Air pollution can trigger asthma attacks, aggravate existing respiratory conditions, and even increase the risk of developing long-term health problems like heart disease and lung cancer later in life. For children like Ella, who are already vulnerable, air pollution can be a matter of life and death. Ella's death was initially attributed to acute respiratory failure caused by severe asthma. However, her mother, Rosamond, refused to accept this explanation. She knew in her heart that there was more to the story, and she was determined to uncover the truth about what really killed her daughter. Rosamond fought tirelessly for years to have Ella's case re-examined. Finally, in a landmark ruling in 2020, the coroner concluded that air pollution was a material factor in Ella's death, making it the first time in the UK that air pollution was officially recognised as a cause of death. This was a historic moment, not just for Ella's family, but for the entire nation. Rosamond's unwavering pursuit of justice for Ella wasn't just about getting her daughter's cause of death recognised. It was about preventing similar tragedies from happening to other children. She knew that Ella's story wasn't unique and that countless other children were at risk from the silent killer that is air pollution. Since Ella's inquest, Rosamond has become a powerful advocate for clean air. She has tirelessly campaigned for stricter air quality regulations, raised awareness about the dangers of air pollution, and fought to ensure that no other parent has to endure the pain of losing a child to this preventable health hazard.